Hey folks, this is Manuel from Steadybit. So when you're using Steadybit, you're obviously benefiting from the automatic discovery of your system to make it really easy to create chaos engineering experiments to improve the reliability. You're also benefiting from the Explorer capability of Steadybit, helping you to visualize your system and understanding it, as well as from Steadybit's advice to detect reliability gaps in your infrastructure, suggest experiments to test your reliability improvements, and run them easily. And of course, whenever you're thinking about experiments and you're designing one, you can benefit from the huge variety of chaos engineering attacks, checks, load test integrations, and integrations into observability that Steadybit has. And also when running it, you can easily see everything at a glance in the live run view. But the secret for all of this is actually that it's coming from Steadybit's open source extensions, which allow you to integrate whatever technology you're thinking of. And the most important part, given that they're open source, you can even create your own extension by using one of the extension kits that we offer to you as well. This video is a series of videos covering each of the different extension kits, allowing you to understand how you can use them to make it a perfect fit for your infrastructure and customize Steadybit to roll out chaos engineering successfully. In this video, we want to focus on ActionKit. ActionKit allows you to write an own action that is executed in a chaos engineering experiment. And of course, having some custom configurations to design the experiment with your custom action in the right way. It's a perfect match whenever you want to implement a custom chaos engineering attack, integrate with a third-party service, or a custom load test. The ActionKit allows you to easily develop an extension and using the HTTP API to make this action available to the Steadybit chaos engineering platform. Let me show you how this looks like by using our extension scaffold, which is a public GitHub repository template that you can just use in a code space to check it out and play around, or maybe just fork it to create your own custom extension. So once you have opened it up in a GitHub code space, make sure to check out the readme.http, which is describing each of the extension kits and also specifically ActionKit. We have also the extension running, and as soon as I hit the HTTP endpoint of this extension, I get a full list of capabilities of this extension. And in this video, we are focusing on the ActionKit capabilities. So here you can see that it registers a single action that is being used later on in an experiment. To understand how this action looks like, the agent is doing an HTTP GET on this specific HTTP path. You can see that the action describes itself by using a unique identifier. You can also provide metadata like the category to categorize it precisely in the experiment editor, also having a nice icon and some description. We can also describe some parameters, which you will see in action in a couple of seconds. For instance, the duration of this specific action, and also a message that should be sent. Later on, when you're actually running the experiment, the lifecycle allows you to have a prepare step, so something to make it ready to attack, and directly afterwards having a start method in order to inject the chaos for real into your system. And while it's actually attacking the system, the status endpoint is always called to provide feedback to the experiment live view. Eventually, the stop method is called to roll back any chaos that was injected and make sure that the system can recover. Now, having this extension already running and connected to the agent, you can see that when I'm jumping into the experiment editor, we have now this robot action available, and I can simply drag and drop it with the same experience that we're used to by all the other actions that have been developed. Now, at the right-hand side, you can see that it asks you to specify the robot in this case, because the action defined that it needs a target. And also you see the parameters that we were talking earlier about, like the duration and the message that should be used. Now we also gave this one a prefill query, and we can simply identify one of the three robots that we have discovered using the discovery kit explained in a separate video. Now to run this experiment and show everything in action, I can simply save this experiment and execute it right away. Here we go, the agent has connected to the platform. We can also see the preparation phase in the beginning. Then eventually the start call was made to the extension. While the experiment was running, the status call was constantly called to get feedback from the extension how the attack is doing. And eventually the overall step completed, so that the stop method was called and also the experiment was marked as a success because the extension didn't provide any failures. Now, another nice use case is also custom visualization and rendering custom widgets into an experiment run. We have made a small example like this render widgets action to show you how largely you can customize the content being shown in an experiment live view. Once I'm running this specific experiment, you can see that it works similar as before, but now the action is basically rendering different widgets to show you the status of your system. Also, once the experiment has completed, you can always jump back in time to understand what kind of content was available at that specific moment to understand what your system looks like. This shows the flexibility of Steadybit and how easy you can develop your own custom action and integrate it with the same look and feel of Steadybit that you're used to. Last but not least, we also have to talk about extension registration. So how does the agent knows which extensions to call? That's a topic for a separate video that we will also link in the description to understand the full picture. And whenever you want to get started with writing your own action, please make sure to check out the extension scaffold repository over here. Thanks for watching and take care.